Alrighty. Let me just get my tunes playing here in the background. Oh. Okay. That's too loud. We're going to crank that down. There we go. And let me actually show you people things. That'd be good too. Welcome back to Warframe Wednesdays. I'll be your host for today, Fraggoth. I am always your host, but today I will really be it. So, as people have noticed, there's a new update to Warframe. Right now I'm just banging out the last sortie mission of yesterday. I finally have the Archititron working as intended. Definitely working as intended. Absolutely, for sure, it's working as intended. I'll show that off in a little bit. This radiation filter is making it so I can't see diddly ditch. I need to change my energy colors or something. So Archititron, really slow, right, yeah, it's slow. Well, it is. That'll change once I get my Berserk stacks up and running. So Archititron has a gimmick whereby it gains a damage boost to slam attacks that stacks up to 10 times, and oh yeah, there we go. That's the one. Yeah. And normally it's supposed to use up all those stacks when you do a slam attack, i.e. if I were to do... Let me find an enemy. That, all the stacks are gone. However, certain stance combos and attacks will not use the stacks. So it turns into an obscenely strong weapon. I have seen 2.5 plus million crits, yellow crits, and higher. It's kind of good. The forward block melee combo, slam attack, which is the spin to win combo on crushing whatever this is, will not eat the stacks. The block neutral, that slam, will not use the stacks. The neutral not blocking will, which I think is dumb because it's a lot less of an impressive slam that does not go through walls. The build is really simple, no Rivens required. Rivens are totally unnecessary. At the best of days, on the best of days, they are exceptionally unnecessary here. You will not hear me saying, ooh, Rivens are the best system that Warframe has ever implemented unless I have been murdered and replaced with a pod creature. Or it's April Fool's Day or something, but I don't buy into the whole April Fool's Day thing. I've never really... Call it my stunted Germanic nonsense of humor, if you will. Or don't. I'm fine either way. I do not find many things funny. I find some things funny. Most of the time, the suffering of others is not one of those things. This will probably get patched. I would be shocked if it didn't. I sincerely doubt that that is working as intended. I would like to believe it is, which would make the Archititron the strongest melee weapon in the game, almost bar none. The other stance, the uncommon, not rare stance, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head, also works. The neutral combo will do it, the block neutral combo won't. Which is dumb, I agree, but Use and abuse while you have the chance. I knew I had it working earlier, and I didn't know why it wasn't working. It's because I was A, using the wrong combo, and B, had switched to a borked build at the time, unbeknownst to me. This guy, right there, thank you, much better. Them I can deal with. So that's a projectile speed problem right there. This is just my Kuva Dragoon that has a perfect 60 roll for its electrical elemental damage. Ideally, I'd have radiation or magnetic because those are dual elements, but electricity is far from bad. What you want, though, is a 60. That is what you want. I don't think you can get higher. I have never seen higher. All the images I've seen that were higher were fake. There were not many of them. I'm going to also use these dual cestras. Like that. Oh, hello. Why is that fading so quickly, I wonder? It shouldn't be. It should be hanging around long after the enemy dies. Odd. It's a snow globe! For Oberon systems, those just translate directly into credits. I, for one, like playing as Mag. But yeah, the Kuva Dragoon is okay. Very fast charge time, so you're never having to worry about that. Ever. Absolutely no reason to worry about. Oh. Right past him, which is not what I wanted to do. What I believe just happened there is what happens when your Saren decides it would be a great idea to get a radiation proc. I'm not positive. So that's not great, but we'll live. Yeah. So the Kuva weapons have drained my Forma a lot, but I have recently ground up a bunch more Forma. Okay, so we are ready to start this quest. So I've built... Oh, by the way, slight rant time. DE really needs to get a better interface for dojo construction. If the dojo map layout that it's showing when you're trying to construct something is not showing the entire room that you're trying to build and what it could possibly be impeded by, there's a goddamn problem. And I knew there were problems because I have built like 3 dojos now, almost but not quite single-handedly. And so I was working on my current clan's dojo, trying to get the damn thing in, because of course the clan leader isn't around anymore. He hasn't logged in like... I'm not even gonna name and shame, but like 250 days. So it's me and like one other guy. So, uh, here I am, trying to add on the stupid space docks, the dry docks, and nothing I'm doing is working. So I wind up removing a bunch of rooms, and managed to fit it in by the skin of its teeth. It's not in the orientation I would have liked, but whatever, it's done. I don't have to worry about it anymore. That shit needs to be updated.
Online. Crew. Dax. My crew is gone. Tenno. You will do. Awaiting dry dock integration.
Neat. Ordis, we're having a moment. Okay. So, we need to get the components. Let me start the quest. Rising Tide. Install Cephalon Psi in your clan dojo's dry dock. Okay. Doho. I, for one, am not sure how excited I should be for the Railjack stuff. On the one hand, it looks really cool and could be really neat. On the other hand, they're going to need to make some serious quality of life changes to Arcwings in general and add a mountain of Arcwing content to make any of it worthwhile. Okay, I've got that. Where do I do this? Do I do it over here? Not there, apparently. Do I have to have it equipped on my gear wheel or something? That would be a bit obnoxious. Well, I'm just going to go to every console here and call it. If I'm lucky, it's one of these. Nope, that's the Return to Orbiter console. And I can't warp jump, so that was a horrible plan. Why did I do that? Tell you what, try landing on here. Anything? No. Let's try this one. This one will be really peeved. Well, I'm supposed to do something around here. So this is good. It's obviously not this one. This is just the door, a door that would lead out. So, maybe I have to do it in my orbiter. I'm gonna hit the button over here. I'm looking like a streamer right now, boys, having no idea what I'm doing, trying to just act and react. Boys and girls.
You have new quests in your codex.
Yeah, I got that. It's true. Still, Cephalon Psi in your clan dojo's dry dock. Well, I've tried that. Let me see if I have to just click on a specific icon. Ah, yes, I would like to do this. Okay, maybe I needed to do that. That might be the problem. Oh well. I would have preferred a different location for the dry dock. Yeah, that was what it was. I had to set the quest as active. That could trip up anyone, I'll tell myself, in order to help sleep my nights. Alright, I've installed.
I am Cephalon Psi. You will refer to me as such. The sentient threat has learned from past defeat, reforming, rebuilding. We must rebuild to contain that threat. We will reconstruct an old war-era Sigma series Railjack. A Railjack requires a viable command Cephalon. I am not a viable command Cephalon. I will identify a viable replacement. But first, salvage, then assembly. Return to your orbiter. Only wreckage remains. I have identified faint void drive traces on the surface of Mars. Investigate, salvage, rebuild.
So, Mars. Neat. Get your ass to Mars. Do it now. Easy. Sleazy. Toasted weenie. Let's do it then.
Tenno, that salvage will not recover itself.
I don't believe you.
Coordinates marked.
What if the sentients are the good guys, right? These are the things that should keep you up at night. Then again, you look at the way Tenno behave. I mean, apart from all the forced lore chunks where it's like, ooh, the Tenno are actually being good guys all the time, saving like the common person under the vile boot of insert villainous individual here, usually the Orokin or the Corpus, or occasionally the Grineer. And by occasionally, I mean all the time the Grineer. Oh my god, I'm so sick of the Grineers taking the main slot as story villains. Give me more Corpus, give me in particular more Infested. I'd also look forward to some actual Orokin enemies to fight, and the Sentient will be coming eventually. God knows what kind of progress they're making on that. It won't be for another year or two or several. I'm gonna switch frames here. I'm gonna switch frames to show off how dumb D-U-M-M dummum. I haven't played as Valkyr in a while. And let me just make sure with my war cry. Let me hear your war cry. What's going on here? It broke. That's not good. I don't care about radius. I do care about speed increase, which is about on a par with Wisp. It would, wouldn't it? It would. Oh, that's not a max strength. There we go. 75%. I can work with that. What else do I have in here that's boosting strength? Oh, don't make me choose. Don't make me choose, he said. Pick Arcane Strike. So, Archititron build. Right now I have Organ Shatter in there for boosted crit multiplier. You might ideally have Primed Pressure Point, because that's providing a, 165% melee attack damage bonus on absolutely everything. Whereas this is only providing that bonus on crits, but it really doesn't matter all that much. I have Condition Overload on there mostly because you'll be getting status procs with frequency, 53.2% status chance. So you're going to be getting that boost pretty often. Prime Fever Strike is there just purely for damage, and to have an additional status it can proc. Primed Reach is on there because range is extremely good. I don't have Primed Fury on there, largely because I can't fit it. Blood Rush is a bit too important. Blood Rush is back to being like the #1 meta mod. Or one of the #1 meta mods. Condition Overload is still good, but it's not nearly as good. It doesn't scale very well. But it does add damage over time depending on your procs. Berserker, so I can actually have some attack speed. Thank you very much. So the main reason to go with, what's the stance's name? Shattering Storm over Crushing Ruin is you are going to get a combo into a slam much quicker on average. You are not as mobile. And Crushing Ruins, what are you? Shattered Village, which is the spin, what I call the spin to win combo. Spin, 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 stop and slam is very strong. Very useful in general. I also had it already formatted so that it was using a V polarity. Shattering Storm, it's not going to like this. It's really Oh, good. I was able to just remove it. Falling Rock is the only combo that you can really use that will do the slam that I was able to find, and not use the slam. But it's a decent combo. It's not great. I think you're probably better off with Crushing Ruin, but you can never do a neutral combo with Crushing Ruin, or else it's going to be like, hey, guess what? No more slam. No more slams. That's no good. But yeah, right now I have Organ Shatter in there. What's Rit? In order to supplement, I have the bonuses from Gladiator Might, Gladiator Vice, and Gladiator Rush for the plus additional 30% critical chance multiplier per combo, which stacks with Blood Rush. Thank you very much. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning a lot this morning. I apologize. On my Deconstructor Prime, which I have. That's it. That's all I have on there is those, and I think maybe, yeah, one of the others. I don't think. Yeah, it won't make for 4, because it's the same mod. You have to have the different mods there. But natively, without that, you've got a 2.0 damage multiplier, which is equivalent to, I guess, a 100% melee boost. I have not mathed out whether or not Organ Shatter is going to give you more bang for your buck than Primed Pressure Point. I do not know. I would have to actually go through the math equation, because I can't remember which one is, in terms of affecting your end of total damage. It may wind up being that Organ Shatter is indeed better. I don't know. I will work on that. I'll try and come up with a definitive answer. Because there's one mod slot. Yeah, the one. That's it. You're gonna get crits real early, so you really don't need Sacrificial Steel, even though 220% crit chance is delicious. But that only gives you what? Oh my goodness, is it really gonna do this to me? Here we go. Get you up to 76.8, which is at least a little irrelevant. Or 275%, which gets you up to an even 90, which is pretty good, but you're using 2 mods to do that, and I'm not going to use Sacrificial Pressure. That mod is a waste of space, in my opinion. But I think that is, I mean, barring a Riven that covers at least 2 of these slots, which I don't have. That's pretty much your go-to. I haven't painted this thing yet. I just realized it has a deep and penetrating flaw, which is its lack of paint. Oh, that's right, the Fraggoth. I still don't have that? I thought I did. Well, I don't. Oh well. Let's paint. Sorry about that, folks. Slight disturbance in the force. Alright, well, since I can't think of anything special to do for this, I'm just going to wind up doing like a color inversion.
Let's see. That's the metal. There we go. Nice vibrant orange. And for the handle and such, I don't know, go with something bright white, and for the metal, maybe make that a straight up blue. Why not? Okay. Oh, and energy. Energy. For energy, let's do... That's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. So let's get our took us to Mars. I'm not worrying about my current Lich, even though he's got a Kuva comb, and I do want one of those, since they look pretty good.
Faint void drive traces in proximity. Locate and mark for salvage.
I would have preferred not to do that. Oh, and I meant to equip that one Warcry augment that makes it so that you basically keep it up 24/7. And I don't remember if I equipped Arcane Strike. I don't think I did. I did equip Arcane Strike. So, as you can see, it's a little bit off the chain.
Fuselage from the Vida School. Stay in close proximity while I scan it. Maintain defense. Hold position. Perimeter reached. Clear them out to resume scan.
So mistakes were made. Love getting that animation locked like that. Love it. Another thing worth noting about the Kuva Dragoon is I swear its projectiles move even faster when charged than the regular Dragoons.
Continue until the area of operation is clear.
This is much easier with Wisp, as you've probably noticed. Those are sentients. Why would you be here?
Return to objective.
As you can see, so long as I can...
Confluence aggregator roasted. Something has nested in the fuel intakes. Astral frame integrity 87%. Component viable. Cephalon Ortis. Rendezvous with Tenno at extraction point.
So we'll be doing Wisp instead from here on out, because Wisp makes everything easy. And if something can kill you as Wisp, well, it probably deserves the kill. I'm not sure if this works. Oh, nice. I love when that happens. So yeah, right now the Archititron is probably more dope than the Paracesis in terms of raw damage output. But of course something with a Riven will probably outdo it, because Rivens are what they are. Zaws still probably come pretty damn close, but in terms of ease of use, oof, hard to top. And then the cat settles on down, keeping an eye on current events.
Wreckage recovered. Proceed to the dry dock.
Says you. So apparently I'm gonna have to hop between this and the dry dock all the time. That's fine. We'll manage. Making sure to click on that just in case. Whoop. I need to head north. Not that there is a north in space, but on this dojo there is a north. Okay. I got the thingy.
Have not seen a Railjack in some time. I remember. Orkin outer terminus positions have fallen to the sentient armada. Our orders: behead the fleet. My crew: Sukin, Crody, Dizana. There are none finer. We are family. We will stop this war in its tracks. We are the Orkin Empire's best hope. We were. There is work to be done. This fuselage requires repair.
Cute.
Fabrication and restoration commencing.
Great. Okay, so I hope you guys want to wait for 11 or 12 hours.
This will take some time.
Clearly. Well, I guess I'll check back on that later. I think for now, we've done what we can. I hope I can hop around and poke on this thing. Probably not. It's probably a hologram. Aha, it is physical, sort of. Neat. Oh, except for that. Are these supposed to be thrusters? I wonder. This is the main fuselage. I don't know what the other components are. I haven't looked it up. Oh, it's a little barge down there. Hey guys, what's happening? See your face. Nope. There's clearly a head box, but there's no head in the box. These guys... Oh no, it's moving. That gave me a little vertigo. I don't know what they're zapping at. Not a lot. Okay, so, this has been Rising Tide. I guess that's about it, really. Can't boop on that. I have nothing to research there. Okay, I guess we'll try for that, survival thing. Actually, let me check what my, prime component situation is like. One sec. Alright, I still need an Atlas Prime Systems. Oh, I should have a couple of the Death Cube Prime Systems relics. Which are what? Axie P2s. I could get very lucky. And I still need the Cerebrum, I think. I also need another Techo Prime blade. Do I have another Meso D4? Ah, I got a couple. But as ever, my problem is void traces. So we'll go for these Axie P2s. Unfortunately, with this tile set, I cannot use my Archititron without fear of blowing the windows out. This tile I should be fine though. So this is the speed. It's speedy. You're probably noticing that the damage is going through some walls. It will not go through everything. It is not ultra consistent. Like, you have to be able to see him most of the time. Or, you know, just go up in smoke like that. Oh. Oh. One sec. I may have to reopen my chat box so I can see if people are attempting to communicate with me. Okay, it's back. Not sure what that was all about. Got a relic open with 3 minutes to go. I'm gonna get with wherever everybody else is. I do have a Dragoon Riven I should be able to use.
On the way.
I do not have the Riven maxed, and I cannot fit it in at the moment. One of the difficulties you run into, actually, with the Kuva weapons and the Paracesis, is when you're formatting the things. Ooh, I need to get my buffs up. When you're formatting them, you only ever really have a little over half. Well, you have most of its capacity, but it feels like a return to when I had a low mastery rank, which is literally years ago, where you really, where you're planning for a build with a lot of energy, but you cannot equip half the mods that need to be on there for it to work. In terms of the mod capacity, that is. Everyone is in the same place. And there's some Endo over there. I'm always all about Endo.
Support incoming.
So yeah, I feel a little dirty doing this. I prefer more gimmicky weapons than direct killing weapons anyway, but this is... I can't argue with its efficacy. It kills everything in a small tile, and most things in a large one.
Extraction is available if you need it. The operative has just made their first discovery. Keep up the good work.
Look at those. That was a big number. Well, crap. Somebody decided not to get all the... Okay. Hell with it. Probably won't get it, but we'll go for it anyway.
The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. Tenno, prepare for life support.
Yeah, you charge up very quickly. I mean, you charge up very quickly even if you don't have Wisp's attack speed buff on. With the speed buff, it's basically not something you notice even being there. Just hold down the trigger very slightly before releasing.
Let's go on the offensive.
So the buff's about to run out. It's still very fast. It's not as fast. You're not as likely to get it tap firing. Keep forgetting to use my 3. go. Moment of truth.
Has been cracked open. Finish
Oh,
your
wait.
mission to find out what's inside.
Much more important moment of truth. Okay, good. I just need to let my buffs run out so I can get even better buffs.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Okay. So now I have even more health, even faster attack speed. And even faster health regen, which is now at, ooh, I don't know, 202, I think, per second. It is possible to be out-damaged. Not here. Just speeding around. Now, any flowers I go over or spawn even, while those buffs are up, get refreshed at their heightened capacity, which is nice. Oh yeah, let's see how fast these fire. They fire quickly. That is a mag dump. %34% attack speed buff. It's kind of fast. It's a good way to run out of ammo, I tell you that for free.
You will all share in this bounty. Hold out as long as you can.
Somehow lost my attack speed buff. Not too happy about that. Ugh. Well, now I need more of those. That's spectacular. Apparently somebody needed the Tiburon Prime receiver. I don't. I think I have the neuroptics. Almost didn't get that in time.
Don't forget the reactant. More to open that relic.
Ah, sugar. So, my speed buff somehow got eaten. So now I'm reduced to having a 67% speed buff. Which is a shame. I need void traces, so I'm going to keep doing this for a little bit longer. Speed buff get eaten again? This is just the regular forward combo. This is the neutral, which will eat the damage stacks. So yeah, bright and flashy, that's how we do. So I gotta spawn more plants.
That's it. The relic.
And it's on the
Finish your mission and
Archititron.
take a look inside.
So I get even sillier damage numbers. Some of that you won't be able to do just by mashing. Like if I just mash the E melee key, as me going full out, and it is still not quite as fast. That's about as quickly because it's got a long reset time. This is killing my keyboard. A little bit faster and a lot easier to do with just the mouse wheel rolling. Highly recommend trying it sometime. But yeah, you can fire the Dragoon now very, very quickly. It is quite good at what it does.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
Had to wait for it to not be invincible. They're invulnerable. Oh, just waiting at the exit. I'll head over that way. Even though I think we only did 3, not 4, so we haven't gotten the full rotation. Well, if somebody's got to leave, they got to leave. So
With our Tenno
I won't
operative just
hold that
found,
against anyone. Ooh,
we
a free
cannot
flow.
do this without you.
Well, I need more Forma, so I'm going to take that. We're also not on a tile set that has a resource that I need. I'm going to no relic it. And head for the extraction.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Got some ducats and got some Forma. That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I am at less than 10 Forma right now, which is bad. I'd prefer to have triple digits, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. Okay. Let's see. What are you?
Who have we got on the line?
Must have completed another one.
Yeah. I don't have
When
a
I wasn't
line.
looking, must have been a daily. Let's see. Complete 3 exterminates. Complete 5 scans for Samaris, which is annoying but doable if I pick up a different quest. Syndicate missions is time consuming, but doable. Survive for over 30 minutes in a Kuva Survival. I have not been keeping up, as you can see, with these. I really, really need to. Really need to keep up with these. Need to at least get an Umbra Forma. Since that doesn't matter. I kind of wish it would just skip over rewards you'd already gotten that were cosmetic that you can't get another of. That'd be nice. That would be nice. Well, that's not how we do here, apparently. Alright, let's see if anyone wants to do that Kuva 30-minute Kuva Survival. Where are those? Are those not there? Are those under these? Kuva Survival. I'm gonna grab a different secondary weapon. Not that those are bad. They're not. The Outermost has a bit more of a broad utility, if you will. What is the name of that Nightwave? Hold your breath. No. God damn it! I thought it was going to give me, let me confirm after I hit that, but it did not. So I've got to back out. Abort. Abort. Very good. So I have not wasted my time after all. That is an excellent feeling.
Stream of toxic spores is being released into the area. Hold on. Emergency life support is inbound. The first life support capsule has arrived. Activated. Supply is low.
Thought we were waiting for a fourth. Oh, there they are. So yeah, key to success is hold down the block button. That was a 3 million hit crit there? I'm not positive. It was a big number though. And the buff is for 20 seconds. So long as you kill one enemy every 20 seconds, you'll keep that up. they'll have trouble not killing enemies. Granted, once their levels really start getting up there and the armor and health scaling starts kicking in, that's not going to be as significant, but as it is, you're pretty monstrous. I think that was a 1.9 million.
These are the Queen's blades. What are they up to?
What indeed.
Look at this. A gleamer sleep stumbling onto my Kuva siphon.
I've delivered another life support capsule. The frequency has changed. You're onto something, Tenno.
Glad it was against Infested.
I said stop them.
Oh, right. Amprex is off the chain, like the guy said, in that it chains, stab it, in that it chains to different enemies, and it's probably one of the best uses in the game of the Hunter Munitions
Get
mod,
ready for a capsule.
since it has very high crit natively, is only an element and has no slash natively, and causes hits very rapidly, so you are going to get slash procs. That damage adds up. It doesn't have very high damage though, so those slash procs wind up having to add up.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Don't let them do that.
There's a red crit, but I didn't see what the number was. Another thing worth noting is enemies usually are taking damage around the very edge
My siphon. My Kuva. You're messing up
of
all
the
my- Don't
slam radius.
Work, Tenno. You need to do everything you can to stop the Queens from gathering any more.
So you're not actually seeing the highest. You're seeing the number, the damage after a huge amount of drop off. So you're seeing like, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the damage it would otherwise be doing most of the time. It's really scary how much damage this thing does. All right. I'm gonna get back with the gang. I went the wrong way.
Life support has arrived.
Well, I refreshed my buffs, so that's something. I think there is a dedicated damage frame somewhere on the team, though, so I'm probably not going to have top damage, but it's going to
When you
be
are ready, go to extraction.
pretty high.
The raid is off to a successful start. Life support active. Tenno, prepare for life support.
I'll get my buffs up in a sec.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
there's 2 maces on this team, which is excessive.
That should keep you going for a while.
Oh.
Tenno, prepare for life support. Another
It's also
life
a lot of
support capsule
projectiles.
is now available.
Alright, so maybe it's Kuva Fortress Survival and it just lies like a rug. No matter. Oh, got a bunch of endo for it. That's fine. Can always find a use for endo. Since I haven't ever gotten around to maxing out all my mods, and B, getting intermediate levels of mods. Okay. It's the Axis Survival on Kuva Fortress? No, it's not. There we go. Let me check to see if my Kuva Dragoon... Nope, not yet. Gosh golly. Almost there. It is a D polarity, which isn't great. And it has minus damage to... I haven't gotten to rolling this one. In fact, I get... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Invite. Splendid. I also kind of want to get Seeking Force on there. Actually, no, I don't need to get Seeking Force. I've got Seeking Fury, which will be fine. That'll boost the reload speed, which is already fairly quick. Yeah, it's a third of a second. And you can boost that, I believe, with fire rate mods, can't you? For instance. Yeah, you can. It's dumb fast. Like, it's charge shots all day, every day. I'm not gonna probably put on an attack speed mod, but because I'm not gonna have space. I'm gonna resend this guy the invite. See if he just failed to join. Yeah, I'll keep the weapon. So I guess for now it's a matter of waiting. He declined it. Okay, why did you ask for an invitation then, dude? to play as? Especially since I'm going to be getting a boost from the Equinox Prime. Oh. Let me, what is it? Is it growing power? It's growing power, but I can't fit it on. Increases ability strength for 25% for 6 seconds. I've been meaning to set that up as a build, but it's kind of inconsistent. Okay.
Now, just in case some of you ain't doing all this out of the kindness of your... You know it.
Okay. I realized that was a very quick exchange. So I'm gonna get the survival, which is which? Is it Tavu? No, that's disruption. Must be Taviuni. I'm gonna have to wait until the Equinox gets any buffs up before I can worry about buffing myself. Once the Equinox gets that power strength buff out, I think it's power strength, or is it weapon, just a damage buff? Shoot, now I don't remember. I don't play Equinox much.
As expected, Grenier have shut down the environmental systems.
Well, keep
Sending
an
modified
eye
life
on my
support
buffs.
capsules. Use these to sustain your
Okay.
environment or attach Kuva catalysts to begin harvesting. Modification successful. Collecting Kuva. Inteno. Capsules harvesting Kuva provide minimal life support.
No, it's not the buff I was looking for.
Tenno. Prepare for life support.
Well, I don't know how. Yeah, it only has 3,900 health because they still haven't ever gotten around to making objective health scale effectively or properly or in any worthwhile fashion that makes them actually defendable for any stretch of time.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Fortunately, they don't take that long to do, so we just have to be here for 30 minutes. It's a
Commencing Kuva
pizza.
harvest.
I'm gonna, while I have a sec, I'm gonna look up. This is a speed vote, which is fine. I'm gonna look up to see what exactly Equinox buffs.
Life support on the way.
it back to me when they're like level 100, then I'm gonna be a lot less effective at killing them than I am now.
This capsule will now harvest Kuva.
We fought with honor.
The forced electric proc as well does work to my advantage, I believe, with regards to condition overload. Since I think it is still any status procs that you have inflicted on enemies from whatever means. So painting them with like twin Grakatas and then doing them dirty with a melee weapon still functions. It's just not as stupendously overpowered as it was before because of where it took place in the damage calculation. When it took place, whatever.
We will counter.
Dead. All dead. None alive. Oh. Where is... Ah!
Additional life support has arrived.
There it is. Once I plant this one, or somebody plants one in this thing, and I get my buffs up. Ow! You jerk!
When you
Clank. Oh my gosh, so slow. What's going on?
First discovery. Keep up the good work. This capsule will harvest Kuva.
Not that I need the Kuva. Okay, I'm gonna get inside my buffs real quick.
Life support.
And I'm gonna just swap over to, wow, that's flickering a lot. Swap over to, here we go. Warframe Wiki, Equinox. Not the Solstice helmet. Whatever, we'll get there. Abilities. What is it? Let me just scooch this over to where my chat box is so I can look at them both. It's not Metamorphosis. I think it's her 3.
Collecting Kuva.
Day form. It is indeed ability strength, so I need to keep an eye out for that buff. Because I don't think I've seen it yet. Let me just grab this so I can get more focus. I mean, the major nodes in my focus trees are all done. All the universal passives are set.
Life support.
What? If it is still an Equinox that's on my team, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's an Equinox. So this is gonna take a while. In fact, it's gonna take like 30 minutes.
Kuva harvest.
Shocker, right? Let me get my buffs back. Thank you. Just looking for some place I can go that'll make me reset my buffs early. Oh, I know what I can do it. I know I can do it. I just have to go straight up fast enough. Getting stuck in a ceiling will often do it. No, didn't do it fast enough. Works every time on elevators, though, I can tell you that. Hoo boy, every single time. So if there were an elevator here, I could use it. Alrighty.
Another life support capsule is now available. Modification successful. Collecting Kuva.
That was 120k, I think, non-crit at the far reach of the blast radius. I don't think that was with all 10 stacks either, so that's... Oh yeah, those might be... No, those aren't millions, those are 100ks. That might have been a 1.5 million. 230, no, that's 234k. That's fine.
You will all share in this bounty.
That's fine.
Hold out as long as you can. Get ready for a capsule.
See, that's what I find odd, is I know I'm near the Equinox, but... And most Equinoxen have large range. Or at least some range. Whatever.
Additional life support has arrived. Commencing Kuva harvest.
Let me just beat this thing up real quick. I think that's a pet, not a person. So I'm gonna sit on this. What is going on? Whatever. We'll just keep our buffs.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
One-third of the way done. What is you doing, dude?
Delivered another life support capsule. This capsule will now harvest Kuva.
He's having difficulty finding his weapon.
Commencing Kuva harvest.
I'm gonna let my buffs run out, and then I'm gonna ask for. I'm gonna ask that. Here we go. Equinox for his day 3 buff.
Life support incoming. Look what our Tenno operative just found. Not do this without you. I've delivered another
Waiting on it.
support capsule.
I haven't run into a low strength Equinox build in a very long time. Then again, I think he's going for the status.
This capsule will harvest Kuva. Ready for a capsule.
All I have to do is keep those up, and that's not a problem.
Additional life support has.
We're doing okay. We're halfway through. More than halfway through.
Modification successful. Collecting Kuva.
That looked like it was a 6-digit, or a 7-digit, rather. That was 500,000. Come on. Here we go. That might have been a 1.5 mil, or it might have been 150k. I think it was a 1.5 mil. That was just huge. That was a very large number.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
I can't be too close. Oh shoot. I need to get my buffs back. There we go.
Another life support capsule is now available.
They really need to do some work on the on the mercy system. If they make it so that you can bind it to the same key, and maybe they have by now, I don't know, as melee, it would be a lot less of a pain. You could actually go back to ever using finisher kills again, as opposed to the current state of affairs, which is, well, never. Okay. I can't pick either of these up, because I'm holding one. I knew that. I pay attention. Yeah, the current state of melee, I feel, is pretty good. I like it. Where's the next one? Is it over here? Yeah, it's over here. I'll pop mine in as soon as it appears. Zap it.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Beat me to it.
Modification successful. Collecting Kuva. The longer you fight, the more successful you will be.
Out of interest. Okay, Panda King does indeed have the highest damage. Good. Ooh, Firewalker. I don't have very many of those. Not. Having a spare will be nice. Getting lots of enemy Eximus units, which is rad.
Prepare for life support.
Need to double check my buffs. Okay, my buffs are okay.
Additional life support has arrived.
Oh, there it is. Gonna have to get some new tunes up in a sec, because what I've got is about to run out. And I do not prepare for that.
Commencing Kuva harvest.
Here we go. When the enemies start getting durable, I can start using my 3, but until then it's kind of pointless. Of course, when there's a crowd like that. Oh, oh, beautiful. I love it. See, I'm hitting X a lot. There we go.
On the way.
Kuva jesters somewhere in the area and they creep me out. Tiny little dwarf creatures. I don't have a problem with dwarves. I have a problem with creepy cackling dwarves. Only fictional ones. Actual people are fine. There we go. Got my viral damage things set and taken
Your life
care
support
of.
capsule is now available.
And
Successful. Collecting Kuva.
could probably get a macro that could do that. I'm not going to. I don't see the need. I've tried on and off doing macros, but most of the time I wind up just having an easier time either rebinding something to the mouse wheel if I need it done real fast, or playing around it. Which I find to be the better solution in any event. Actually, let me check to see if my...
Life support
Yeah,
incoming.
okay. So I can use whatever I want, because at the end of this I'll have a maxed out Kuva Dragoon. Well, not maxed. It'll be at it'll be at 32 out of 34, out of 32, out of 40. There we go. I still need to farm it 4 more times, which I'm looking forward to. Not very much at all, actually. I'm not looking forward to it.
Commencing Kuva harvest.
Might have been a 1.6 million because he was right nearby. That was a 231k. Okay, where is everybody? That was like a 1.7 million.
Hold out as long as you can.
And again, as you can see, most of these slam radius hits are not crits. If they were being crits more reliably, they would be very, 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 very large numbers. Although maybe it's possible that some of the slam radius hits can't crit. I don't actually know. I would think they could. I know it's not an additive percent anymore, so you're only getting up to, let's see, if it's 12, 12 times 90 is, you should definitely be getting crits. Yeah. Ah, shoot, I ran out of my boofs. I ran out of my boofs.
Additional support has arrived. This capsule will now harvest Kuva.
As you can see, I mean, let me see what the enemy levels are at now. What are they at? They're at 63, still dying in one hit. Let alone a slam, which will kill them all but dead. Heavy gunners and bombards and napalms probably are still going to stay alive after a hit or two. They certainly aren't going to survive it. Oh, God. What is going on? Slam attack. Which, with full stacks. So it's, yeah, Archititron. There's like the melee meta, and then there's the Archititron sitting somewhere way, way, way up above it. It's pretty rough. The most critical things to have on it, though, are without a doubt the range. Range really is the number one thing. Everything after that, and speed. Speed is preferable. Is definitely a good idea. Range and speed.
Another life support capsule. This capsule will now
Oh,
harvest
thank goodness
Kuva.
this is almost over. My mind is turning into mush. But they will certainly patch that, because there is no way that can be intended. Even so, Crushing Ruin, for instance, has a pretty good combo for... yeah, we need another 30 seconds on the clock. Ah! My buffs ran out and I got shot. So, don't let your buffs run out.
Life support on the way.
Of course, this mission isn't exactly the greatest example because our team comp is pretty friggin' solid. I mean, we've got
Additional life support
a
has
Nova, which is gonna make everything a lot easier.
Modification successful. Collecting Kuva.
Huh. Must have been stuck on the third one.
A Kuva harvesting capsule has been destroyed.
Oh no! Whatever will we do? Watch him shoot very quickly. Is that a 10 or a? Yeah, it is. Or the whatever the pistol is, the rifle rather from Octavia. Waddle, 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 waddle,
Look
waddle,
what our
waddle,
Tenno
waddle, waddle,
operative
waddle,
just
waddle.
found. We could not
I'm gonna
do
wait
this
for that
without you.
Nightwave pop up before I hop in there.
Life support coming. Come on.
There we go.
Thanking a killer is like petting a Kubradon, is like petting a machine gun.
Yep, and that's what she does when she thanks the Tenno. We're monsters. I'm telling you, we're not good people. Um, Despite how much the lore wants to sort of, or the quests of late have wanted to shoehorn us into that role. Oh, well, you're good guys because you helped the little person. Well, not really. We're mercenary. We're not very nice people. We're barely even people. I mean, we've been in cryo sleep for how long? I don't know. A very long time. Yes. I can do that. Very good. I still have a little time, although I do have to make a pie. 2 pies, actually. I have to make some pies. The ye old American Thanksgiving tradition of pie creation. I really wish that Lightning Dash did not cost an extra energy. I really do, because it's not that good. Like, even if you max it out, I mean, if you max it out, it's what, like a 12-meter radius? 8, or is it not 12, 16, which is not bad, but it still costs energy to use, and therefore worthless. I want to have as many void dashes as I can possibly have. That noise is really annoying, and I need it to stop. I'm about to delete this friggin' thing. How did it even get back there? How did he... I bet you anything it was this friggin' other Kavat. I bet you anything. You did this. You know what you did. You know what you did, Critter Kitty. You know. You know what you did. You know what you did. I'm gonna bend my neck unnaturally at you. See? See that? That's my vertebra. Now that is believable cat AI programming. Looks at you doing horrible things at it and just kind of yawns. That was perfect. That filled me with joy. Well, I guess I'm gonna put a forma in you. What do I do here? Probably put it in there, yeah. Actions, polarize. V, yes, okay, okay. Which leaves me with 9 free, which I can't really do much with. I guess I could put Accelerated Blast in there. It has some puncture, so it wouldn't be totally worthless. Crit chance, what's its native crit chance? 21%? You could build it for crit. I don't think there's anything preventing you from doing that. Its starting crit multiplier is 2.5, which is right on the cusp of being worth it. What does that send your... It's 6. Where's another Accelerated Blast? 0.12. Let's go with speed. Tactical pump, which is somehow not an Exilus. No, that's reload speed. I don't care about that. I care about shotgun spaz, I think. There's amalgam shotgun spaz. What the hell? See, I know I have shotgun spaz, though, is the problem. And it's not showing up on this list. Let's try rate. Maybe that's it. It doesn't... Oh, here we go. There's another one. Boop. I want to see how low that can go. How low can you go? Oh, and I can boost it even more. On reload, fire rate will get bolstered. Shotgun spaz. Here we go. I can't do that. I can do that, though. Less than 1/10 of a second, and you can make it even lower, I guess, if you wanted to do that. I wouldn't. Okay, let's get Hell's Chamber and the other mods that I had on here. Vigilante Fervor. No. Blaze I definitely want on there. I mean, I guess I could do Vigilante Fervor. I guess. But it's not like it's a crit monster. It's not a Critosaurus, because it's not going to break 50 all that easily. You have to have everything on there, I think, to break 50% crit. Chance crit. Okay, well, I have a Riven that'll help. What does that require? Crit, no. I still don't know if that's multiplicative or additive. Because I don't have a spare to max out. When I have a spare, I'll probably do it. Blunderbuss on there. I thought there was a... Do I really not have critical deceleration maxed out? That's shocking. I find that odd. And there's laser sight, which also boosts. Whatever. Let's max out our critical deceleration, I guess. Oh, let's get Blaze back in there. Mods, crit deceleration. I thought I had one of these maxed out already, but apparently I have not. I do now. And what does that get me to with, is it Blunderbuss? Blunderbuss. Gets you to 50 even with those two, not including a Riven that happens to boost it. Actually, 50% is pretty reasonable, but even then only a third with Hunter munitions of those shots are going to, less than a third, are going to give you an additional slash proc, and it already deals slash. And it already has pretty good status. So, it doesn't care. It really doesn't. So that does no, yeah. I think going for certainly Hunter munitions, I think in general is kind of a, I've heard it described as a noob trap, and I tend to agree with that assessment. What was I putting on here? Right, I was switching Blaze back on there and getting, excuse me. Actually, I could probably put another status mod on there to beef damage up a little more. Radiation, probably. Let's get that heat mod on. Let's get Or electricity, either one, I don't really care. Let's go with the electricity. That'll make, yeah, maybe I want viral to proc more, I don't know. Radiation is still going to be more likely than slash. Whatever, we'll work with it. Slash and viral is pretty traditional. Let me close all those extra tabs. Just have a couple minutes left here. Anything going on interesting here? Well, I guess I can go and hunt murmurs. Why not? Why not? I don't even know where they are. Where are they? No, seriously. Oh, Europa. Here we go. Europa's okay.
Your little lich is coming up in the world,
Why not?
Tenno.
I was hoping it would at least let us look for the components all at once, but apparently you have to, for the Railjack, you have to, excuse me, do them one by each, which is slow and miserable. You'd think that, but you'd be wrong. Third of a second, less than a third of a second. 0.3 of a second. Charge time. That's pretty good. The regular Dragoon is quite a bit longer than that. It's at least a full second. It's probably more. It's lengthy. So... yeah. I, for one, am pretty sick of Grenier in general. I'm not a fan. Ah, my buffs ran out. No wonder. Please revive me. Thank you. I'm gonna get my buffs. I didn't want to do that. They have been able to kill me through these. More than once. Because they are able to do quite a lot of damage, and they are able to deal it quickly enough that it takes time for adaptation and the actual healing to catch up. At least I'm not getting one shot, but I do get bursted down with some frequency if I am not paying enough attention. I need to get my buffs back up. You'll notice I don't really use my 4 with Wisp all that often. That's because I'm too busy actually killing things. Ah, some cubic diodes. I don't really need those. I need the ones from series, I think. I forget what those are called. I also need the ones, the ores and such that you extract from the plains and the cold place, Fortuna. Orb Valis is what it's called. So we're making murmur progress. That's nice, I guess. Oh, because I didn't have all stacks. I was just gonna say, how did he live? The whammy slams. The whammy slams should have killed him. But they did not. That's a Nox done in 2 hits. I think we generally regard that as pretty darn good.
Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Where is he? Where is he? Get back here. Where are you? Who am I? Gonna get my buffs back. So yeah, with this Wisp build, I could, strictly speaking, have more power strength, but it would not serve much purpose, because I would have to give up a slot of whatever else I've got. In order to fit on Umbral Vitality, and another slot on top of that for Umbral Steel, or whatever it is, the armor mod, which I am extremely loath to do, because A, Wisp does not really need armor, and B, hello cat, yes, toasty, she's toasty, and B, I don't really need vitality, and the power strength boost you'd get from having both of those is relatively insignificant. So should my clan chat, so that you see less text boxes. Like what does the buff come to? I did math it out, and I don't remember what the actual total percent increase was. I don't think it broke 75% attack speed, and I don't think it broke 110, was it? Or 120. I don't think it broke 120 heal. So it didn't really reach any truly impressive break points. So that's 44 ability strength. I think I might have to do this in the... But again, you have to give up 2 whole slots to make it happen as well, which is the part that's most infuriating. Where did I do it? Did I do it? I think I did it in the gizmo. I honestly can't remember my words today. The
multitude of creatures you have
simulacrum.
immortalized would cry
Thank you.
out in
Jeez
thanks,
Louise.
if they could.
If they could. Which they can't, because they're sort of dead. Sort of. Death is relative. Here we go. Yeah, let's just do it here. Roll intensify, auger reach, bop, 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 bop. It's 33, I think I can do it with 33. Yeah, I can. Oh, I am missing Umbral, or Augur secrets. There we go. So that brings your damage up to 66, a boost of 66 ability strength. Total comes to 359. I believe I am not forgetting anything there. Yes, I am not, unless it increases more by increasing these. I do not think it did. Which brings you to 71%. No, that's status chance. Where are you? Where are you? Here we go. 71% speed modifier, 107 fire rate, which is faster, and 107, it doesn't break 110 health per second. So I basically said, hey, it's just not significant enough for me to bother with. Besides, I would have horrible duration. My efficiency would be a travesty. I wouldn't be able to easily fit on anything of consequence. I'd have to reformat slots in order to make it happen. And I was just like, you know what? Nah. Just nah. I should probably put an aura forma on here. What I would like before then is for them to, for once in their goddamn lives, normalize the mod costs of auras. Like, what reason do you have to do anything other than power donation or steel charge? I ask you. Other than, you know, corrosive projection being really good. If you're trying to maximize your build, buy an extra, what is it? 4 points. It's kind of important. It's pretty significant. So, them's the breaks. So I'm going to get range back on here. And cutting drift. Oh yeah, and overextended. And I think I had flow. And I don't remember what I had in the V polarity. Maybe it was primed continuity, or just... It was something for duration. Or did I just have a low duration? I probably just had a low duration. Whatever. I'm going to leave it at that, because I'm going to be using the strength build anyway. It just wasn't significant enough an improvement for the buffs, was my point. Yes, it broke 70, which is cool, but you already broke 100% for fire rate, and you already broke 100 health per second, so didn't really care. And he didn't get enough of an increase to max health for me to really be like, ooh, so special. So now I don't worry about it. So for perspective, I'm not mastery rank 28, but let's get some Grineer heavy gunners up here at the highest level I can put them at. I don't care about them. Where are the Grineer heavy gunners? What? It's like a Hayeka Eximus? I don't know. Grineer heavy gunner. Why not? Let's get like 8. Let's make sure they are at the highest. And let's simulate that Tish. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3. So as you can see, they are surviving. Because they've got a stupendous amount of armor. But they're also... I just realized I need more of them, don't I? In order to get that 10 stack. Let's get, I don't know, like 20? And let's not pause the AIs, because that is a problem. see, many numbers. And also many dead Grineer Heavy Gunner Eximuses at level 165. Of course, they're able to out-damage me, but no big. Oh, I'm still sitting only on an 8 stack. What's going on here? Here's the 10 stack. Oh dear. I only need a couple seconds. So the difficulty, of course, then, is you're seeing big red crits, and I just, of course, fell off the side, which killed me. Point is, you can actually kill them in a fairly rapid amount of time, relatively speaking. They'll still kill you pretty dead, but enjoy your gas procs, ladies. Yeah, I knew you'd like that. Look at those tiny little numbers just bouncing all over them. They had it coming. They had it coming, I'm telling you. How many can I actually have? Nice. Who's gonna kill them all? I don't know if there's a substantial difference between, do these have more armor? Ferrite armor is 500 versus 500. They have more health. They have quite a lot more health, actually. Yeah, let's do these. These will be so you can only have 20 at any given time. That's fine. I'm gonna go for these small side groups here first. Oh, I would really prefer not doing that. You know, there's an easier way to do this, and that involves making me invincible. Much better. Yes, my Wisp does do that. Okay, give me a sec. Let me just finish killing this group of mooks. I can't get the kill stack going until I actually get kills. That's the hard part right now, because I've got a ton of health. Oh, gosh. What is my, Okay, I've got 7 now. Once I get up to 10, you'll see them actually die. I didn't want to do that. I really didn't. Now my Excalibur Prime won't be able to kill these things, but let's do that anyway. Let's there we go. Slow shooty gun is slow. Oh, there's my Scanna. Prime. Which actually hurts a bit. There's my Lotto Prime. I knew I had it here somewhere. So hello and welcome. This is Warframe Wednesdays. I do this every Wednesday. I really need to get more attack speed on my Skana Prime. Or just knock them off the ledge. I can do better than that. Much better. This isn't even a macro. It's just a mouse wheel. I'm gonna end them real quick. Alright. So yeah, there it is. It's an Excalibur Prime. He is a shiny booty. These aren't default colors. Appearance, if I go to slot B, that should be the default. There's the default. Oh yes, he's very plain, actually. Very plain indeed. Ordinarily, I'd have like some dark purple on here, but I figured the energy color was sufficient to get the point across. So yeah, there we go. Excal Prime. My name used to be on Olympus. Now it's on actually, is it even on one now? Let me see where it is. Let's go to my profile. Founder of Mars Spear. It was another one before that. Which one was it? Let me leave to the orbiter. Because they've changed the names of some of these. Shush. Yeah, I used to be on Olympus. I don't know why I'm on Spear now. Where is even Spear? Spear's some rando defense mission. Who cares about that? I think it was Augustus after that. After it was Olympus, but I was the first name on Olympus for quite a while. So I've been here for quite some time. But yeah, with that said, I am gonna have to cut it off for now because I got some pies to make. I do this every week though, so feel free to tune in. Looks like you guys have tuned in via Twitch. I do stream to Twitch. I also stream to Facebook. I also stream to what's that Microsoft service called? Mixer. And I also stream to YouTube. All my past videos can be found on YouTube. They would be on Twitch too if Twitch didn't recently come up with a policy that said, hey, if you're not like a high-end affiliate, you can't save your videos here because servers take up time, space, and resources that we don't have. Obviously. They're still not the biggest polluters. Google is. They have probably some of the, other than like sheep in New Zealand / Australia, they probably, and cows in the Midwest of the United States, Google probably has some of the largest impact on the environment in terms of damage and energy consumption of anyone out there. They have a lot of server farms, is what I'm saying, and those take up a lot of energy, and you need to supply a lot of energy through various means in order for those to work. All right, so turbo leftist rant over. Eyeball bleeding begins. I didn't want to do that because I didn't switch my loadouts. So Xcal Prime. And let's go back to my default, which is what I just do everything else with. Ignore the Arcwing Survivor loadout. That one is a holdout from when Arcwings were affected. Their stats were affected by the Warframe you were using. So I had a Valkyr there. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I do this every Wednesday, and I also do streams on Monday and Saturday. I have a Mecha Mondays stream on Mondays where I do something giant robot or mecha adjacent. giant robot or giant robot adjacent, sometimes with power armor, sometimes just general cyberpunky cool things. If there are cyborgs involved, that sort of thing. Other than that, oh, and my Saturday stream is a Storytime Saturday stream where I read short stories, and short stories are fun. Other than that, I may be starting a Spandex Sundays stream. I will not be wearing spandex. You will not see me wearing spandex, but I will play a character in City of Heroes or City of Villains, and I love that game so much. And now that it's got servers that are back up, I am a very happy camper. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. I do this at the same time, but have a good one. And like, follow, subscribe, whatever the analytics booster options of your choice are. Alrighty, have a good one.